Holly, how are you today?
I'm great. How are you, Dan?
Doing great. Looking forward to going through this book. It looks awesome. Heart, Life, Music, Kenny Chesney, and obviously you're the co-author on this. How did you and Kenny meet and get chosen on the project? How did this whole process play out?
Well, um, I had a small artist development company, a boutique firm that helped people refine and define their message and who they were and how they wanted to chase their dream. So in 2001, Joe Galante, who's in the Country Music Hall of Fame, who actually brought Kenny into the Country Music Hall of Fame
Yes.
weeks ago, he called me and just said, "You got to meet this guy." And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so." And ironically, Kenny had the same attitude about me. He's like, "I heard you were mean." Um, so I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I said, "If you'll get me a Southwest plane ticket and a rent a car for a week, I want to go play golf." And that's what I did. And we met at Blossom Music Center and had one of the greatest meetings where people really told each other the truth, including "I heard you were mean." And
Hmm.
I realized that, like me, he loved music so much and songwriters so much. And he had cut one step up. And when I saw that, I made the managers play it for me because I kind of thought if he did a terrible job on that, I can't represent it. I'm a Cleveland
Wow.
girl. And so, um, he smoked it. I was like, this is really good. So we sat down and we had a heart-to-heart conversation, and I've been part of his world ever since.
Wow. That's what a great backstory. You don't know what goes into the process of getting a
I
book
am
done.
I am not a ghostwriter he met speed dating, and I seemed like the least objectionable. And I do, and it's funny, I didn't understand why I buy some of these books and they don't hit. And I'm like, ugh, this is, ugh. It's because a lot of the times the people who write these books don't understand the journey, don't understand the culture, don't realize who they're writing for, and it's not that true voice. And this
Right.
really is, that's why Kenny read the audiobook, because he wanted the people who love this music, who've watermarked their lives with his songs, to know that they really are getting his truth and his life, like right from the horse's mouth.
What would you say is one of the best stories from the book? If you were going to just go through the pages and go, okay, this is it. This is the one that I want people to read, whether it's in the middle of the book, the beginning of the book. What would be the one that would
Oh,
be
that's
yours?
so unfair.
I know.
And I mean, I think it depends on what you want. If you want one of those woo kind of thrill of the moment, I would say Sammy Hagar meeting them, getting off the plane in Cabo when he and the band are going to play his birthday party, and then Kenny eventually peeling off to go write this song that's just, it's refusing to leave him alone, and it turns into Beer in Mexico.
Wow.
People think is a party song, but it's really a soul searching song and accepting not having all the answers, but loving your life right where you are. Um, I sort of, because it's that thing, so few people are going to be able to put you in the moment the way it happens in the book when they go to tell him he's being inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Oh.
Like, you're there when he's getting the news and he thinks he's being told someone has died.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, what
Oh,
a
it's
difference.
it's a moment. And my personal favorite, because I think everybody thinks, stadium-sized Kenny Chesney. He leaves college and he's arrived in Nashville. He knows nobody. He wants to play out because that's kind of how he breathes, and he lands on Lower Broadway, which people now think of as just a festival of pedal
Yeah.
pops, bachelorettes, and hillbilly star bars. But he was in a place that was pretty desolate, filled with homeless people, hookers, tourists who were lost, and people who probably never had a shot at the dream. And when you see how much he loves that place and the lessons he learns there and some of the characters. There's a homeless man who Kenny doesn't call homeless because he believes in dignity above all, but
Hmm.
he's a homeless man living in a van with his dog, Huzzy. And he would come in and watch Kenny sing every day. And in talking to him, he finds out Jewel is actually a songwriter. And Kenny lets him get up during his shift and play some songs.
Wow.
Like that says so much about the man that Kenny Chesney is, but also the boy that he was is the man that he truly is today.
Well, very well put. Very well put. And you're going back to the woo-ha moments. The one I had written down here that I remember when it happened is 25 years ago is the horse stealing incident with Tim McGraw. Is that in this book?
No, it's not.
It's not in the book. So
No,
was
because
it?
this is I got an email from one of the Country Music Hall of Fame senior researchers last night who just finished it, and he called the book a hero's journey,
Oh, wow.
right? This is about somebody who is, when you look at them, you wouldn't see them coming, you wouldn't expect them to do anything profound, and Kenny Chesney becomes Billboard's number one country artist of the 21st century. Now, granted, it's the first quarter, but and he
Still.
did it with music, and he did it with live shows, and he did it with caring about his fans, and he did it about, breaking ground, like the Sphere, like the way his videos were. His videos changed the way videos were done. His records changed the way music sounded. And if you're doing something that's that, you're not going to do novelty, jokey stuff. Like
Yeah,
that's not the point. And it's because we had a big debate about the Taylor Swift story because everybody wants to use her for clickbait.
sure.
And Kenny has gone out of his way, and every time somebody decides to resuscitate the story and regurgitate it, either he or I are on the phone to Tree Payne apologizing and saying, we would never take advantage of you guys like this. It was, and it's like 0.03% of the book. And I can say that because I wrote the book.
Yeah.
But, again, to not tell the story when it's been so widely reported, it's kind of giving her short shrift. And he really does believe in her. I think when, you see Big Star and you see all the women in Big Star, from Loretta
Hmm.
to Reba, Patty Loveless, who's in the book, um, Megan Maroney and Kelsey Ballerini and Grace Potter, he's such a pro-woman kind of guy.
It's
Girls
awesome.
in Kenny Chesney's songs, they go find their dream,
Hmm.
right? They have big lives, and he's sad, right? Better as a memory, but he also knows she's grabbing her destiny, and that makes him super happy in the heart.
Hey, one more question before I have to let you go here. I wanted to bring up Boys of Fall because that is a huge part of his life. It's a huge part of
Absolutely.
everything we do here in Fort Wayne. I've been ever since that song came out. We do a special version every year that includes players from all the different high school teams being inserted into the song. So it's
I
it's
do
uh
love
it's a it's a tradition out here each and every year. In a nutshell, what about Boys of Falls in this book?
Um, he hits the wall in Indianapolis. He has that song recorded. That song literally gives him his heart back. He goes on a journey. The video is unbelievable. Sean Payton returns to his high school in the middle of the season, gives the Friday night speech, and the ESPN people not only premiere the video, but discussions happen, and Kenny makes a documentary out of it. So, Boys of Fall and all the wisdom that Kenny got saving his own heart when he was so tapped out, it is a massive part of this book.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Holly. The book, Heart, Life, Music, it is available now. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dan, for having me. And everybody in Indiana, we love you. I promise.
Podcasts by Federated Media.